While giving the presentation, Chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, who said that the plans had been finalized 10 months ahead of the 2023 general election, gave a breakdown of the conduct of the election, adding that the election will be governed by the new Electoral Act 2022.
I am glad to report that these plans have been finalized 10 months ahead of the 2023 general election. As you may be aware, the election will be conducted for 1,491 constituencies nationwide, made up of 1 presidential constituency, 109 senatorial districts, 360 federal constituencies, 28 governorship elections, because in 7 states, 8 states actually, the elections are now held off cycle. So 28 governorship elections and 993 state constituencies. The election will involve an estimated 1 million electoral officials, both permanent and temporary or ad hoc staff, deployed to 176,846 polling units in 8,809 wards and 774 local government areas across the country. The election will be governed by the new Electoral Act 2022, which contains many progressive provisions that will enhance the capacity of the Commission to conduct elections and manage the electoral process better.
According to the Inec boss, the Strategic Plan 2022 to 2026 and the 2023 Election Project Plan build on the successes of the preceding plans, stressing that against the backdrop of the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and the current security situation in the country, both plans had to prioritize the institutionalization of the Commission's processes for effective delivery of its mandates.
The Strategic Plan 2022 to 2026 and the Election Project Plan 2023 drew lessons and thoroughly reviewed the level of implementation of the last plans. They build on the successes of the previous plans, especially in the planning and conduct of the 2019 general election, as well as off-cycle and by-elections. Against the backdrop of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the current security situation in the country, both plans had to prioritize the institutionalization of the Commission's processes for the effective delivery of its mandate by focusing on capacity building, the promotion of professionalism, encouraging greater synergy among departments, improving efficient utilization of resources, increased deployment of technology, as well as greater sensitivity to threats to the electoral process, as well as election personnel and infrastructure.
Earlier, country representative of European Center for Electoral Support, in his goodwill message said the center will collaborate with Inec to conduct free, fair, credible and inclusive election come 2023, adding that the Nigerian electoral environment is dynamic, witnessing in the last few years major developments in every aspect.
The objective of these 2 documents is to conduct a free, fair, credible, peaceful and inclusive general election for Nigeria in 2023 and beyond, with a generally acceptable outcome that will inspire the confidence of Nigerians and all stakeholders. ECES is delighted to collaborate with Inec in the development and public presentation of these 2 important plans, which have charted clear course towards improved electoral administration and outcomes in Nigeria. As we all know in this room, election is a very complex process consisting of numerous but interconnected activities. A well thought out plan is therefore required to harmonize the various activities into a common organizational goal and create the necessary synergy for a seamless implementation of electoral activities. The Nigerian electoral environment is dynamic, witnessing in the last few years major developments such as the passage of the 2022 Electoral Act, the COVID-19 pandemic, the increasing clamor for electoral technology, among others.
On his part, the president of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, represented by the Abuja chairman of the union, Emmanuel Ogbeche, said the Inec 2022-2026 strategic plan and the 2023 general election project plan demonstrates the Commission's commitment to planning ahead and ensuring free, fair, credible and inclusive election in the country, urging Inec and civil society organizations to help build the capacity for journalists to have a basic understanding of the demand of the Electoral Act.